going on, you guys? My name is Jess, and welcome to Original Budgets by Jess, where we simply budget happy. And in today's video, we will be budgeting out check number 2 for February. So let's get started. So before we get started, I am going to go over the things that I'm going to be using. So this is my budget notebook, which holds all of my budgeting essentials and all the forms that I use to budget. This binder is my savings binder and also where I keep my budgeting notes. I have a calculator and a couple of pens and pencils. So we'll get into this book first, and I think we'll only use this book today as a reference. So let's get into it. So this is my happy budget worksheet. First thing I'm going to do is fill out this sheet. I have already done a mock-up of my budget so I can make sure my numbers are correct, but what I'm going to do is rewrite them here and go over with you guys each section to let you guys know how I came up with my budget for February for check number 2. So let's get that going. So the first thing that we're gonna do obviously is put the date. So I get paid the 5th and the 20th of every check, and we are budgeting out check number 2 for February. The starting balance for my check is $2,367. The reason why I do a starting balance instead of doing what I actually got paid is sometimes all my numbers I round up. So if, let's say a bill has like a certain amount and then some change, I just round up to the nearest dollar. So I always have a little extra money in my bank account at the end of the pay period. So that's why I just do it as a starting balance. Here is where I put all of my bills, and we'll write those down here. So the first bill that needs to be paid is the rent, and that will be coming out in March 1st. So I'm always 1 month ahead for my rent because of how my pay periods are set up, and we will be budgeting that out $1,000. So I just hold on to that until it's time for March 1st, and that is an auto pay. So that comes out automatically out of my account. The next thing is Spotify. That's a subscription service I have, and that comes out February 22nd, and that is $11, and that is also auto pay. Another subscription I have is Canva, which I love Canva. If you don't use Canva, you're missing out on a whole bunch of fun. That is $13, and that also comes out automatically. The next thing is my phone bill. I am on a phone plan with my family, and that comes out February 24th. And so what I do with that is I just send it to my mom and she pays for it. So we already did that. QuickBooks is another subscription that I have, and that comes out March 1st, and that's $33, and that is also an auto pay. A lot of my bills, they are on auto pay just for the convenience. And the last subscription that I have is iCloud storage, because I need that storage for all the stuff that I have, and that is $4, and that will be coming out March 1st, and it is an auto bill. So the total for the bills for this check is $1,118. Now that I filled all this out, I take my starting balance and subtract it from this which what we'll get, I already know the amount, but just to show you guys for reference, we just do $2,037 minus $1,118, which would leave us with $1,249. So then I take that amount and carry it down to here so I can do my living expenses. So my living expenses are basically the money that I use to survive. So that's groceries, that's gas, that's essential stuff and things like that. So we'll be filling that out. So the first one is groceries. And that is going to get $400. For groceries, it's just me and my boyfriend, but for some reason, we need a big grocery amount because we love food. Gas is going to get $60. I usually don't spend too much on gas because I have a gas saving car, and then also my job's not too far from my house, which is nice. Home is basically anything for the home. We'll be getting $100. The reason why is because I have a lot of things that we need to purchase for the house, so I bumped it up. It's usually $50, but I bumped it up $100 because we need extra things. Jess, which is me. This is my fun money, which will only get $50 because last check I spent a lot on myself, so I need to dial it back. Dennis is my boyfriend, and I set aside $50 for him. And then eating out, I absolutely love eating at restaurants, so I make that a priority for our budget, which will be $100, which would probably be, if we go to a nice restaurant, it'll be good for just one time. But if we just do miscellaneous smaller restaurants, I think we could get like 2 or 3 times eating out. The next one is fun. So fun is usually we like to go to the movies or any little outing. That will only be $50. Miscellaneous is a category because sometimes just things pop up that I'm not expecting, so that gets $30. And then the last category is essentials. So essentials are basically any necessary purchases. So like right now it's $100 because we have a lot of toiletries that we need to purchase for ourselves. So it's usually only $50, but I bumped it up to $100 because there are a lot more things we need to purchase this time, and I want to make sure everything's covered. So we total all that up, and that total will be $940. And then now I will subtract this from this so we can get our new number. So $1,249 minus $940, which we will get $309 remaining. So the next part, we are going to be skipping debt because I don't have any debt. The only debt that I do have on my credit is a car loan that's under $7,000. So this section is not used because I'm basically debt free, but not debt free yet. I was debt free a couple months ago, but then I sold my car and then I had to buy a new car, and that's a story for another time. But just know I basically don't have debt, but I do have debt. So what we'll do is we'll take the $309 and put it here for our savings and sinking funds. So this section is all about saving for saving challenges, saving for upcoming things that I need and big purchases like that. The main thing that we're focusing on, me and my boyfriend, is moving out of our apartment. So right now we've been living in this apartment complex for 3 years, and needless to say, it's been kind of a nightmare. There's been poor management for this complex. Things break in this apartment. Obviously, in all apartments, things break, but like the maintenance team, they don't do a good job at fixing things, so we've been doing it on our own. The tenants around us are terrible, and it's not a good vibe here, and I'm ready to vibe out in an environment that's going to help us grow and flourish and to relax after a long day. So that's what we're focusing on. So I call that moving on up. That is our budget category for moving on up, because I wanted to give it a positive feel and to be able to manifest it. So for that, we're going to be putting $209. This amount will get transferred over to my secondary bank account. I will not be cash stuffing this because I'm trying to get that little bit of interest that banks give you for leaving money in the bank. So I'm going to be transferring that over. And then binders are my cash stuffing binders. I will be doing my first cash stuffing video real soon, which I'm really excited about, and that will be $100. So I'll need to go to the bank to withdraw that. If I end up not withdrawing it, I'll just transfer it over, or I might be spending it on something that I need, but we'll see what happens. So then we total up those two amounts, and obviously we'll get $309, and then we subtract that from that, which is obviously 0, and now we have a 0 base budget because that's how I budget. And that is pretty much it for this sheet. So just to recap, I start with the starting balance. I fill that out. Then I fill out all my bills and put in the amount. Then I fill out the living expenses, the money that I will be spending for the next 2 weeks. Debt does not get filled out because we don't really have any. And then sinking funds and savings is what we will be saving for this check. The next thing that I do after filling out this budget is I actually pay for my bills, and that I will cue a montage so you guys can kind of see that process. Alright guys, so I finished doing the rest of my budget. I want to say thank you so much for watching, but before I go, I want to show you something cool on the calculator that you can do. So you can actually write hello with your calculator. I'm going to show you how to do it. So the first thing you do is press the decimal, press 1, 1, then 3, and then 4. And you can spell hello. So if you thought that was pretty cool, or if you knew how to do that, let me know in the comments below. And always remember, be you, stay true, be original ink. I'll see you guys in the next video.